Before we get into the tech, if you had the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra with you right now, what would be that one feature that you use the most? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I've had this phone for 2 weeks now and the internet has been buzzing with the usual, it looks just like the S25 Ultra and look at that price tag. I hear you. But as a Samsung student brand ambassador, I just didn't want to unbox this. From filming content for the channel to trying to stay productive between lectures here, I put this phone through some stress. Samsung did gift me this device, but as always, I'm here to give you the raw truth. Is this an incremental update or is this finally time to cough up that cash? Let's dive into the review to find out. Let's talk about the cameras. Usually you'd have to wait till close to the end for this part, but as a creator, this is my domain. There's been a lot of controversy about its features or lack of. Don't worry, I'll address them here. It's a quad camera system with a 200 megapixel main camera, a 50 megapixel ultra wide, and that 50 megapixel 5x optical zoom lens. Specs aside, the real difference is the glass and how it's been refined. For one, the apertures are wider now, which allows me to take cleaner pictures with less noise, almost non-existent shutter lag, and much easier processing. I took some pictures, yeah, and the results speak for themselves. In good lighting at base 12 megapixel shots, the colors are slightly richer compared to the S25 Ultra, which is a big win for the human eye. The color consistency across the 4 lenses is the best I've seen from Samsung. I love the way it keeps the images as evenly exposed as possible thanks to its multi-frame HDR processing, giving detailed shots and that natural background separation even without using portrait mode. So there's this nifty 24 megapixel mode for shots that combine light gathering data from a 12 megapixel image with high details of a 50 megapixel image. These images have more crop ability than the images from the 12 megapixel shots and better dynamic range, less noise and smaller file sizes than the 200 megapixel shots. That's the sweet spot if you ask me. The ultra wide shots have seen a big boost thanks to the 50 megapixel sensor. It's cleaner and sharper, and that new 5x zoom, because of that A-lobe design and wider aperture, concert shots and indoor events look way more polished with cleaner and brighter shots than its predecessor. Selfies are also really good with better skin tone and detail with good subject to background separation. For night photos, Samsung not only has a newer and faster neural processing unit that is the engine for the AI signal processor, but thanks to its wider apertures, the images I took are cleaner and much more pleasant than I thought I would get. I'm honestly impressed with how it handles noise in the shadows. On the video end, the inclusion of their new advanced professional video codec in pro video mode has made shooting a joy for me. Content creators like myself can now shoot videos with much higher frame quality that are easier to color correct and grade in professional editing softwares. Also, don't forget the nuances that come with handheld videos. With their 360 horizontal look, you don't need to worry about accidental shakes while video recording. Performance isn't surprising to me because why should it? The phone has the best chipset on any Android device out there, the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for a Galaxy, because apparently phone names weren't enough. In real life application, I haven't noticed any lags in daily use. I played games on it, I used Canva, video editing with CapCut, streamed movies, and zero lag, no sweaty hands, all thanks to the newly redesigned and bigger vapor chamber. So you can now have prolonged gaming hours at the expense of ever seeing the low battery warning before your eyes give out. What's even more interesting is the processor's focus on agentic AI. Now that's an upgrade. So instead of sending data to the cloud, the processor allows AI features like live translate and generative edits to run locally on the phone. Big win for latency and privacy. I'll be real here, I'm a moderate to heavy user. Between filming, social media, sourcing information, and staying on top of my MSc work, I usually kill a phone by 5 to 6 p.m. With the S26 Ultra, I'm getting through the day, but I still carry a charger as a Nigerian that I am. Mostly for peace of mind, especially when I'm catching a late train. The 60-watt wired charging is the real hero here. There was one morning I woke up at 6:30 a.m. for a 7:30 a.m. meeting and train. Realized I forgot to plug it in, standard TGIF format. And in the 30 minutes it took me to get ready, I was back at 75%. That speed changes how you live with your phone. Plus, on the days when I'm literally forced to wireless charge, it now supports 25 watts from 15 watts on the S25 Ultra. Now, this part is really special. Samsung became the first brand to feature a built-in privacy display, and it didn't come to play. So how it works is when you turn it on, it just narrows the viewing angle on a pixel level, so much that if you sat next to me in a train or class,
you can't tell me nothing.
Now it's also agentic, so I turn it on usually when I have my banking app or dissertation notes, or maybe when a notification pops up, and the screen itself looks breathtaking. Colors on the QHD dynamic AMOLED panel are vibrant and lively. It's plenty bright even in direct sunlight, and you can even bump up the resolution from its default settings. The screen's panel is a high quality 8-bit one and uses a technology called frame rate control that helps the phone mimic a 10-bit display while saving you that battery. Perception is everything, and Samsung wowed with that. The fingerprint sensor is still an ultrasonic in-display sensor. It's still fast and plenty accurate. I updated my phone to the One UI 8.5 version that features an improved accuracy toggle now, where I can add extra scans to my already registered fingerprint. This makes scanning even faster and more reliable. The design is particularly interesting for a few reasons. The body is now made of advanced armor aluminium. While some like the titanium on its predecessor, this change is mostly a performance-first design choice, as this metal pulls heat away from the processor better, plus it's 4 grams lighter and just feels different when I hold it. Something users actually care about. The S Pen was also designed differently. Now, because the phone has rounded corners, the S Pen was designed to stay flush with it, and is also slightly curved. I couldn't just jam it in any way I wanted because it only goes in right one way. It's a small tweak, but you'll feel it the first time you try to dock it. To answer the question I asked in the beginning, if I had to pick just one feature I'd use every single day, it easily would be the privacy display. As a student and creator who spends a lot of time in school and on trains between Bradford and London and Manchester, being able to work on my dissertation or check my analytics without the person next to me co-authoring my work is a game changer. But what about you? Is 60 watts enough to make you upgrade, or are you holding on to your S25 Ultra for another year? If you found this review helpful, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to Tech with Shaman for more deep dives into the latest AI tech. I've been Shaman, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.